Hi everyone, I am Chrono Garuda, and today we're taking a look at the high-grade Universal Century RX-78-2 Gundam from the 1979 anime Mobile Suit Gundam. Now this particular figure is a model kit, which means you're going to have to use some tools to cut out pieces from these runners, and then you follow a set of instructions to build your figure. Now this is the very first gunpla Gundam model kit that I ever built, and I actually painted mine to give it a more battle damage and weathered look. To do this, I used some black paint, and as well as this round sponge. I then patted the sponge in the paint, and I took parts of the figure and just patted it over it to give it that battle damaged look. And then I did some dry brushing, which is when you take a dry paint brush, then just put in a little bit of paint while it's still relatively dry, and then you just go over the figure like so. And then finally, I used a clear coat of spray paint, and I just went over the figure, and then I let it dry in the sun for a while. When that's how I completed this painting process. And for somebody who's still very new to the hobby, I think I did a very good job. Though unfortunately, I forgot to panel it on the sides, but I think it's still okay. It still looks pretty good here. Just take a look at the head here. I get the camera to focus. There we go. And I could see the weatherness on the chest from all the dry brushing I mentioned earlier. And I didn't really do too much on the head, but I just made it look slightly beat up from there. I love what I did here on the back. And with all that dry brushing, it makes it look very mechanical here. Although it looks like it has a lot of wear on the thrusters, I think I did a very good job there. And on this back skirt here, there's some black paint smudge there. And there's some here on the legs, and there are some numb marks here and there, because, you know, like I said, I'm very new to this still. I tried sanding some parts off the best I could, but it was still there in some areas. And then more here on some wear there. I didn't do much underneath the feet, but they're really nicely detailed. And there's some there. And here's some of the arms, and here's some on the side again. Now this figure came with a good amount of accessories. Let's start off by taking a look at the shield, which I also painted and made it look very battered because in the anime it got shot a lot and used as a shield. And I also got some pretty nice detailing back here. You can see here. And this piece can fold out like this. The figure can kind of hold it like this, but it's very loose and just doesn't look very proper. Now with this peg, you actually can go into this hole right here like this. And that just looks way better, and that's how it usually does look in the anime. As for the hands, you get a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, and a trigger hand designed to hold the beam rifle. Here we have the beam rifle, which I did also dry brush a little bit, but I don't really know if I did a really good job on it, but this area just looks kind of worn on the side here. And I don't know, I didn't really do too much with the painting here, and it just looks like a carbine. And there's a scope. Oh, the figure fell. And this piece is on a hinge joint. To get the figure to hold the rifle, remove the hand, take it apart in half like so, and then you reattach them together with the handle of the rifle in between them like so. You get a pair of beam saber handles which were stored on the back. You also get a pair of beam saber effect parts, which can be attached like so, and I think this looks awesome. You also do get this bazooka, which I did dry brush to give it a more worn look like the other parts of the figure. And on the back here you do get some nice detail. And the final accessory is this tiny little white piece, which can be used by taking this piece off, and then just replaces that piece that came off earlier, which then can be used to store the bazooka on the back. Now let's move on to articulation. Ball joint at the head, ball joint at the arms. However, on this side, the arm actually comes off very easily, a little too easily, because right here just got slightly damaged while I was putting together the figure. So that's a little bit of a bummer. The arms can go out this far. Elbows are double jointed. A tight bicep swivel as well as a ball joint at the wrist. These whole skirt areas can kind of open up to move the legs more. The legs are on a ball joint and they can spread about this far. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed bend in the knee, and the ankles are on a little bit of a ball joint. Overall, the posability on this guy is really good. I especially like putting it in aerial poses using an SH figure art stand. Now, high grade is the smallest scale for gunpla, and as you can see, he just isn't that big, and here it is next to an average deluxe class transformer. Here we have the Titan's Return Hardhead. Overall, I think this is a very good figure, and I highly recommend to any Gundam fan, especially if you're new to the hobby like I am, as it's a very easy build. It can only take about maybe 2 hours or so. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace!